Hello everybody and welcome to this new attempt at flying the P47. It's an early morning, it's cloudy and the grass is a little bit wet, but I want to make an attempt at flying it. If you remember last time, it didn't fly so bad. It was just a short flight, but it somehow had good behavior. It just needed some nose weight, so I'm putting another small weight. I think it's 2.5 grams that I put in the nose. And let's see how it fares this way. Hopefully it doesn't break on the first attempt, and then I can try maybe a bit more. So I'll do the setup of the cameras. There's almost no wind, which is good, and I want to get away from the trees that are there in the background. You can't see them. There's one. And let's see how it goes this time. And here is the propeller with the mount and the motor. I was doing a test yesterday at home and it was a little bit clumped up. I do have this hook, I don't know if you can see it, that I bent according to the instructions from Max Fly Art, which I think is good, but it somehow still got clumped up. I still don't have a proper working jig. Now what do they call it? Cliff has a name for it. A stooge, a winding stooge. So maybe I need to work on that during the winter months. And let's see how this goes. So I'm not sure how many winds I have, I lost count, but I think it's around between 150 and 200 probably, somewhere in that ballpark. And I never know how to point the camera. I wish to point it up so you can see it flying, but often it ends up on the ground, right? So let me try to point you up ever so slightly. So let's give it a try. So that last flight seemed to be quite good actually, maybe 3 seconds I estimate, I'm not sure. And the trim was, I would say, spot on, a little bit up and down. The configuration is a little bit of down thrust, and then the elevator, let's see if you can see it if I put it like this, so it's kind of seems to be okay. I'm putting now what I think might be maybe 200 turns, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure because there were still some winds. So let's give it another attempt, and no wind, which is ideal. That did not go so well, did it? So that other flight, I don't know if I managed to get it because it went in the wrong direction. Didn't go so well, it kind of pitched up again, as if maybe the weight shifted or something. So let's see, I'll try to figure it out and maybe do at least one more attempt. So I did find one of the small weights out of place, but it might have been from the crash, so I'm not sure. So now I don't know how many turns I've put into it, no idea. And I should be more methodical with this, I know. And let's give it at least one more try, and if I get partial success this time, and let's see how it turns this time. No, it stalled right away. It pitched up very, very much, and then it came down in a nosedive almost. So I've taken the weights out and put them back in again to make sure they're all there in the right place. I've done a little bit of adjustment to the elevator. You can't notice it, I hope, because it's very, very small, a little bit down. It's possible that either the rubber unwinding is not regular, so my braiding needs to be better. I don't know if you can see there the rubber, yes you can. Or also that the water is actually already influencing it, because it does get wet. I do dry the plane as fast as I can, but it can also have an influence. So this might be the last attempt before going home and getting on with my days. Well, that was nice again. So that last flight was actually not bad at all. I'm not sure how long, no idea, but it was a nice glide. So somehow the center of gravity was spot on, and the trim. So I'm going to do another attempt. I've put in now 300 winds. I have lost one of the pins, so that means that the thrust will probably go a little bit to the right, which I think is not bad in this case. And let's see. No, again it did it wrong, right? Oh, I did it wrong evidently. Oh, my prop is broken again. Got the bit of the tissue that I was using to dry it, but I need to go back and fix it. And this time actually it didn't go so well. Again, the nose pitched up very much at the beginning, as if the elevators or the weight was completely shifted again. So it's not consistent. Again, might be the water that I have on it. It's not consistent flying, but on the overall I would say 2 nice assisted glides, I'm going to call them. Maybe one was a flight even, and promising. So I'll go back home, fix the propeller, and then wait until I find another window of opportunity. Thank you everybody for watching and following on this one, and I'll see you next time.